Welcome to the Truth Podcast. I'm your host, Hany Rambod, and I have a very special guest with me today, and with me.
I'm here for you.
FREDDY, welcome to the new podcast studio. It's not completed. Obviously, we have the black background because we're working on the graphic, but I did want to jump in here because it's been a while. It's been months since I've done a podcast. Went on vacation with the fam. I got to go out there, and as we all know, people want to escape a little bit of this Texas heat.
Yep.
And do a little vacation. So me and the fam went to Europe, and that was great because Farron has definitely enjoyed it. We've been talking about it, and she's like, yeah, I'll believe it when we actually get out there.
Yeah.
And as you know, because you have actually 2 kids now, right?
2 girls, yeah.
Right.
Yep.
2 girls.
Yep.
And I think you just had the second one, didn't you?
Yeah, just January. She's
Yeah,
born.
that's
She's 6
awesome.
months. 6 months now.
Congratulations,
Thank
brother.
you. Thank you.
Yeah. And for those that you don't know, FREDDY is not only a promoter, he is also a top DJ. He DJs officially, right, with the Olympia?
Yep.
The Olympia DJ. So for all that amazing music at the Olympia, you can go ahead and give this man a huge, huge thanks. If you didn't like the lighting, he didn't have anything to do with it. Just go ahead and bust on Tamer.
True story.
That was Tamer.
That's your story.
We give him a hard time. But all said and done, the great thing about it is FREDDY's been here for now. How many years have you been in Dallas?
Moved here in 2000.
And where did you come from?
Jersey.
Jersey.
Yeah, I came in from Jersey on a wrestling scholarship. So wrestled through college.
Uh-huh.
And then found bodybuilding, 2009. And then here we are, talking to the great Hany Rambod.
Well, the great thing about it is we both have a love for the sport.
Yeah.
And you've been able to take the love for the sport, and not only do you DJ, but you also promote. You have a big show, for those that don't know, this weekend that's coming up. We have the Texas Pro.
Yes.
And last year, Texas Pro was awesome because you had the introduction of Andrew Jacked.
Yes.
And he looked amazing. He looked great. And now you have a huge star-studded lineup, so we're going to definitely get into that. But I do want to also get into a little bit of the fact that you are also a competitive athlete. And I believe you turned pro, didn't you?
Yes. Turned pro, went to the Olympia.
That's awesome.
Men's Physique, yep.
Yeah. What year were you at the Olympia?
2016.
Awesome.
2016.
That
was probably one of the best things that has ever happened to me in my life. So good stuff there. The Olympia is, again, those that make it, and you know this.
Yeah.
I mean, you
well, I didn't know. I coach him, but I haven't been on the Olympia stage.
True. Yeah.
I've been on the stage, but not as a competitor.
Correct. But I think that value and feeling. I mean, because 33% of the world are pros, and then the top 3% of those actually make themselves Olympians, and the 0.0007% are actually have the title.
Right.
And you coach some of them
Yep.
with the best in the world. You know what I mean? They have the title. So
Yeah, I've been very blessed to do that.
Yep.
But a lot of people don't understand how much you benefit from not only being a pro or not only getting to the Olympia stage, but really just being a competitor.
Yep.
It really helps solidify. And I've been really preaching this for many, many years, but I want to be able to do that on the first episode back in this new season, new building. As we move to Evagen to Texas, it's been great. You and I have been talking for a long time, and we made this move so that we can be able to grow. You know, it can grow Evagen, and I can turn around and be able to do many things. Just right across the building here, the new gym is being put together.
Yes.
So in the next 2 weeks, the equipment from Panada is going to show up.
Wow.
So I'm super excited because I even went out there right during my vacation in the beginning part, and we got to see a lot of the equipment being built. And when I have my FSC7 app, I've been wanting to do updates, and it's really, really tough to do updates when you have to use a gym that's public because you have to speak, you got to turn down the music, you got to do a lot of these things. And luckily, I have friends who have gyms, very, very good gyms that are established here, and I can use them, but it's not the same.
Agreed.
And being able to do that in your own gym at whenever you want, I can walk right over, shoot some content, do whatever I need to do, is going to really help with the flexibility. And everyone asked me, why didn't you build a gym in San Jose? Why didn't you build a gym in San Jose? And the key was that San Jose isn't the easiest place to do business, especially when you're looking at trying to build a gym and you're competing against tech giants for real estate.
Yeah.
And now here in Texas, as they say, everything's bigger in Texas.
We are.
Yep.
We are.
Super. And you do have a lot more flexibility when it comes to building code, being able to do things. And we've been having the opportunity to be able to do a headquarters for Evagen, to do warehousing as well as a gym. is awesome. And one of the guys that's going to do your show this week, Hunter Labrada, his dad, same thing. They got a nice gym. They got this amazing, huge facility down in Houston.
Yes.
And so many companies have either are here that have already been based here, or they've moved here because you can drive 15 or 20 minutes out of town and be able to get something reasonable compared to lots of other places.
Absolutely.
You know, but right now, what is the largest state for IFBB, or let's just say NPC holders?
Just in my conversations with Jim and Tyler in the head office, I believe we're neck to neck with Florida, maybe California up there. I mean, we don't call ourselves a state in Texas. We call ourselves our own country. So Texas is welcome to the country of Texas. We're the biggest. And as a matter of fact, since you were talking about your business, I had a sit down with the chief of police here in Irving and the mayor a few days ago. And I actually brought you up that you guys moved in from the West Coast, and he was all excited to hear about it and everything. I pulled up your picture. So I think the move, this is what Texas needs, right? And I'm hearing rumors of other folks moving down here, which is definitely good. It sucks for us for traffic, but at the end of the day, quality is what we need. Like you establish here, what you did earlier in the year, you know, you're going to be training champions here in this state. Let's get ready for the Mr. Olympia. So that right there, it's never been done. We had champions train here. We had Ronnie Coleman. You know, we had Branch. A few of the champions train, but you are bringing some of the best as well. And you, I mean, your accolades go way past anybody else in this industry. You're probably one of the OGs and the gurus in the sport, right? So people already look up to you. So to have that combination here with athletes is just, I mean, I think Texas needed that, and Texas appreciates that. So welcome.
I really thank you. But you know, just to give you guys perspective, the reason why I'm here is because of Ronnie Coleman.
Wow.
It is because of Ronnie Coleman. Because back 20 some odd years ago, I used to come here when I was coaching Alti, his ex girlfriend, they were together at the time, and I would stay with Ronnie, and in Arlington, and I loved the area. And again, being a Northern California, you know, wussy when it comes to weather changes. It was hot during the summer, but you kind of get used to it.
Yeah.
And being that it's not as humid as some of the other areas like Florida, and Houston's got a bit more humidity, as Hunter was explaining to me. It was 110 with the humidity index yesterday. Down there, maybe even 115. But here it's a little bit more drier heat. But much of the reason why I moved here was because of all of the great positive memories I had for coming here. And then for the last 6-7 years, I was talking a lot to Branch and about the different areas and different communities. So every time I came over, I would take a look at the different areas of North Texas. North DFW area, South DFW area, East, West. You know, getting to know the four corners. And the great thing is, there really isn't a bad spot. It's just a matter of where do you want to be.
Correct.
And we picked Irving because Irving was so central, because we had employees that were based a little bit more on the east side. Then we had up north, up in the Plano/Frisco area. Then we had some employees in the south area, which was, south of Fort Worth. From there, so it was all kind of a great central point. We're within 10 minutes of the airport.
Correct.
So it was a very, very big win-win situation. So putting that together, now we're finally into this building. And that's been, about a year in the making to get into this building, because we were using a temporary podcast studio. And when we were doing that, and then, shout out to those boys, Michael and everybody else, we'll definitely be talking about some of them, because those guys are awesome. They took really MZ Podcast Studios. They did a great job over there. A lot of arrive and drive. If you're in the DFW Metroplex and you need a podcast studio, they're off of Mockingbird in Dallas. But the guys over there at MZ did a great job. They actually came over and helped us here too. That's the whole Texas vibe, though.
We take care of each other.
Like, you'd think that, hey man, I'm bitter, you're leaving. He came over here and he started helping us set up.
Yeah.
He's like, you're missing this. I would add this. This is good equipment. Add a couple more of these.
Yeah.
Set up our, cameras, a ton of things. And that's the whole Southern hospitality that we really love. And being that we're, me and my wife are Persian, what we did was we really gravitated toward that, because it's a sense of community that we used to have back in California. But I felt like some of that had gone away since in the last 10, 20 years, things have changed a lot, especially in Silicon Valley. And I feel that Southern hospitality, and when I was up in Kansas City, I was doing something over at S2 Stores. The owner of First Form, who's a good friend of mine, Andy Frisella, I was doing one of a store appearance up there. Same thing, that you have that Midwest Southern kind of hospitality out here. And the great thing is it was only an hour and a half flight, and the same thing happened. People came over to shake hands and take pictures, and it's just a whole different thought process.
We take care of each other here in Texas.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, that is a Southern hospitality that we talk about. And honestly, the bodybuilding community itself, I mean, it's so small. It's even smaller here in Texas, which is a good thing, right? Ronnie, Branch, mentors in the sport, you guys coming in here, I think it's just the perfect collaboration and the vibe we need in Texas. Everything's cowboys and horses here in Texas. No, not really. We have some of the best bodybuilders as well. You know what I mean?
By the way, Hany thought that. Hany. So
I bet.
Quick story, because the champ isn't here to tell his side of the story, but he was worried. He's like, I don't know, like Texas. I didn't think it was gonna be like this.
Yep.
And I go, what'd you think? And he was like, John Wayne. Right? Like it's literally like that.
Yeah.
And then when he came, he's like, oh, I like it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, which one do you like better? And he goes, I like it here better because it's like hot, like Iran.
Yeah.
Like, like the desert.
They all
because
think,
it gets hot.
They all think cowboys, horses, cattle,
but
no roads, none of that.
But what's been great is that everybody that's came out here, even when C-Bum came,
yes,
he liked it as well.
Yep.
And so everybody we brought out here really liked the vibe. And for those that can't handle the weather, then stay wherever you're at.
Correct. we'll keep those that like it here in Texas.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So now we're talking about this great thing that you have going on, which is the Texas Pro this week.
Yes.
And with the Texas Pro, you have a star-studded cast. Yeah. When I say that, I'm looking at the list here up on the screen, and you have Hunter Labrada, who comes straight to the top of the list because of the fact that he had just done a huge improvement to his physique with his big win in Tampa.
Night and day.
Yeah.
Night and day.
And a lot of that I do not want to get too far into because I'm hoping when he comes in here, we spoke, trying to get him.
Oh, he's coming here? He's coming on your podcast?
Yes.
Oh,
we talked about it. He's going to try.
Okay.
He's going to try. But again, I don't hold anybody's feet to the fire.
Sure.
Because just because you're in town doesn't mean, during the show, it's still the show.
Yeah.
Look, the show is the number one priority.
Yeah.
If he's got time, I told him I'd love to have him.
That'd be cool.
To talk about it.
Yeah.
And obviously, I don't have a horse in the race on this one. But I am very, very happy to see that he has improved tremendously from the year prior. He's harder, he's fuller, just much more, just everything looks better. His body parts came up, just looks great, man. And it's going to be interesting to see how he looks compared to a guy that basically dominated the show last year, and that is Andrew Jacked. But the problem is, Andrew Jack's not doing your show because I do not see him on the list.
I don't see him on the list either. I mean, I don't know. I mean, he mentioned he was coming back to re-establish himself and just not give up his title. He called himself the King of Texas. I don't see him on the list. I don't know. Maybe Hunter's too much. I don't know. You know what I mean?
You think that no, I don't think so.
I mean, he's not on the list.
He's not on the list.
He's not on the list. So until your name's on the list.
Okay, but let me ask you this. Has there been some kind of clerical error? Have you heard from him? Can we say that at least that,
I mean, I've spoken to Andrew, right?
Okay.
And Andrew was on the list last year. I'll leave it at that. And when the list came out, we saw Andrew Jack.
So you're not messing around. You really
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, this is a list. We have over 150, 160 pros.
There's got to be
I don't know. We'll find out. And again, it's Monday, right? So maybe they're going to update the list Tuesday, Wednesday, and Andrew shows up. I mean, I would love for him to show up.
So it's the Monday. So depending on what day this airs, this is the Monday before the show, guys.
Yes.
We're shooting this. It's Monday evening. And yeah, he's not on the list.
I mean, I was excited to see him. My dad's excited to see him. We're all fans here, right?
Yeah, so, I still think it's a clerical error, or he didn't put in something, or something happened, or maybe the IFBB office, there was some kind of hiccup there. I don't know. So
clerical error, he shows up.
Okay.
Him or Hunter? And he's been covered up. I know he's training out there.
Yeah, I mean, look, before you even get to him, Carlos Thomas Jr.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Carlos... you and I are the same height. Mm-hmm. I mean, my hair might just put it up a few inches over you.
Yeah, definitely. You have so much better hair than I do.
But Carlos, my God, like this guy, I saw him when he won his pro card at Nationals. stocky, 3D, like you like to call it. If he brings his depth, if he brings the back dialed in, his legs dialed in, his most muscular is nasty. I might have seen a few sneak peeks from what Andrew showed me, Andrew Vu, his coach. But my God, if this guy comes in, it's going to be upset city in Dallas, Texas, actually Arlington, Texas, at the Arlington Expo Center, August 19th. And he's going to upset a lot of people.
So just for clarification purposes, the show is in Arlington. So it's about 25 minutes away from the previous venue of Irving.
Yeah.
But is it going to go back to Irving?
Yeah, we're going to go back to Irving.
Okay.
I did this, and just a prelude to plug in the NPC Nationals coming here in December, which we're going to host at the Irving Convention Center. So the thought process there was keep Nationals exclusive the first year, and then we're going to come back. So next year, we already signed the contract. We're coming back the second weekend of August. I have another announcement. Maybe I'll drop it on this podcast because I really like you. I really love you, actually. So that might be towards the end. But we're going back to Irving next year. Again.
Okay, so it's going back to Irving
Yes.
next year. But so if you guys are automatically just going to go there just last minute and you want to purchase a ticket, by the way, are tickets available?
Yes,
Okay.
we're at 70% capacity, so they're getting close to sell. Once we hit 80, we're going to shut down online sales. We'll keep 20% for the door. You know? Yeah.
So if you end up just going there and you end up going to where it was last year, it's not the right place.
Yeah, don't go
you
there.
don't go
Don't go
there.
there. Don't go there.
Go. What's the website, Freddie?
Battleup.com. Battleup.com. We have tickets. We have directions. We have the venue. Everything's on there.
Awesome. And for those of them, most of these people on the podcast are going to be listening in.
Yes.
Are not going to be able to make it. Is there a live stream?
We will announce a live stream. It will go live Thursday morning.
Okay.
We don't like to do this because last year, just on live stream, we had 5,000 people on Friday and over 7,000 people on Saturday watching.
Wow.
So I'd rather keep it. I don't like to release it too far in advance. I don't want to break the internet, even though it'd be nice to break the internet at Texas Pro. I want the world to watch it. So we're going to release it Thursday morning to the world.
Okay. What's it? Is it pay-per-view?
It's pay-per-view.
Okay.
Friday night. I mean, just like you would buy a ticket, a little cheaper because you're watching it online. But Friday has a ticket. Saturday has a ticket.
Okay. And they can go to Battle Up to get.
Yep.
Right.
Battleup.com. The pop-up pops up there, and you purchase your live stream.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So that being said, it's in Arlington this year.
Yes.
And with that, it's 2 days. It's Friday and Saturday. Can you give a little breakdown on
Absolutely
what's going on with the show?
Friday
And
6.
and also, one thing that we cannot forget: how many different divisions you have, because this is impressive, guys.
Yes.
This is very impressive. How many divisions Freddie's brought into this?
No, and you know what? Since you talk about Texas and Southern hospitality, I could say that I brought this in, and my business partner Sheila brought this in, but it's the love that we have here in Texas and the sponsors and the gyms that see our vision here to keep bodybuilding alive, which is why we have 8 pro divisions. 8 pro divisions. Next year, hopefully, we have all pro divisions.
And the full amateur setup.
And the full amateur
So
setup.
full NPC show along with IFBB Pro. I mean, I think this is outside of the Olympia. This is the biggest one. I think you have more divisions than anybody else outside the Olympia.
Yep.
Maybe Masters Olympia, maybe?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, 6 pro divisions on Friday.
Okay.
We're going to start off with figure, classic physique, wellness, men's physique, bikini, and close out with 212. And that's going to be the schedule for prejudging and finals. Saturday.
What time does prejudging start?
Prejudging will start at 9 a.m.
Okay.
And then finals at 5.
Okay.
5 p.m. Again, just looking at the list, everybody, it's a pretty stacked show. Classic, men's physique, bikini, figure. My God, everybody's showing up to Texas. And again, clerical errors, plus or minus 20 pros. This list might update, right? I would like to see a few more names on there. Saturday, amateur show starts at 8 a.m., 8 to 12, prejudging. 12 o'clock, the women's physique division takes the stage. The Sarah Villegas Distinction Award, the 3rd annual Sarah Villegas Distinction Award, $23K in prize money, $15K for the first place. That's crazy.
Wow.
That's crazy,
Wow.
right?
Shout out to Sarah and her husband, Ali.
Ali, yep.
And for putting up that money.
Yes.
That's definitely putting your money where your mouth is.
She has a vision.
Yep.
A custom trophy that stands about 2.5 feet tall.
Nice.
We had a 3D model of her hitting her signature pose, and we made that into a trophy. So that was her vision, and her collaboration with us 3 years ago. We brought it to life, right? And then Open Bodybuilding takes the stage, sponsored by Team Mihaly, Justin Mihaly. His vision of keeping bodybuilding alive. There was a time where bodybuilders were, fading away. We had coaches like you put them on stage, and then we're like, what can we do to bring bodybuilding? And then Justin and I, we go way back. He said, dude, I'll put up the money. And this is his third year sponsoring the entire division open bodybuilding. So bodybuilding takes the stage. And
that's awesome.
Yep. And then we go right into NPC finals at 3 p.m., close it out, 7 p.m., the pro finals, right? Women's physique and open bodybuilding. And then that's the Texas Pro. But I will say this. I'm going to ask you. I'm going to put you on the spot, Hany. I like this podcast thing. What if I were to ask you to be a live commentator for open bodybuilding Saturday at the Texas Pro, exclusively on this podcast? The first episode, Hany, you can't say no to me, bro. Can you do that? I know you. I know you.
Wait, no. Wait, I gotta make sure I know what the ask is here. So on Saturday when you do the men's open, you want to do a live
commentating. I don't have the setup, but I'll put the setup there for you. Headset, mics, everything, screen. But I want Hany Rambod live commentating for open bodybuilding at prejudging and at finals. You know the sport.
Yeah, I'm going, brother. So yeah, I'll do it for you. Absolutely. I'm going anyways.
Confirmed.
100%.
On this podcast.
I'm going in. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, done.
Absolutely. I'll do that for you, brother.
I like this podcast thing. Invite me more. I'll put him on the spot a little bit more. I should ask for a Bugatti. He probably said, yeah, here you go, Freddie. Here's a Bugatti.
It was a Buick. It's closer to a Buick than a Bugatti.
Yeah. Okay.
But
nice.
But yeah, no, absolutely. I'm going, brother.
Nice.
I'm going.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go watch and be a part of it. It'd be fun.
Because I've seen your podcast. You've never done it at a show.
Nope.
So this is the first time you're back here in Texas. You just moved here to Texas.
Yeah.
Texas Pro, the biggest show we've seen here in Texas, and I got Hany Rambod on live commentating.
Yep.
Everybody on camera catch this. We're gonna break the internet.
We'll go ahead. You just got to do the setup.
Done. It's done.
I'm definitely not bringing my setup from here.
No, it's done. It's done. This is a pretty cool setup. I'm gonna keep it in here. Done. No, thank you for that. I think that's gonna elevate the show a little bit more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just with your knowledge and what you see in bodybuilding. Just having your feedback right there.
Yeah, as a fan of the sport,
yes.
This is what's great about it. Even when I saw Andrew last year, it was so exciting because you're like, oh, let's see what this guy really looks like. You see him in the pictures. Some people were talking. I remember Fuad had some comments.
Yes.
You had all these people that were like pro or con of how is he going to live up to the hype, and obviously he definitely lived up to the hype, and then some. And but being able to see, because people would call me and they're like, "Hey, was it that impressive in pictures as it was in picture?" I go, and then some.
Absolutely.
I go, and then some.
This guy's just so big.
He is.
I mean,
he is. That's why
the Mona Lisa of the sport, right? He just his eyes go to him.
But is he going to get?
Is he on the list? That's my first. I'm going to call him after the show.
You need to not only need to call him, you need to call up the office and see. You have to tell him to call the office and tell him to get on the list. So. That's I'm
gonna beg to believe that he is on the list and he's just not up there yet. You know
I mean there's always a possibility, but as of right now, we're talking, almost 5:15 p.m. on Monday before the show. He is not on the list as of
I know
yet.
Texas wants to see him. I know the world wants to see him. There is no point system for the Mr. Olympia. You win it, you're in it. You know what I mean? Special invites, I don't know. They haven't spoken about any of that. But let's go back and touch Carlos, the amateur, the dark horse coming into the show in open bodybuilding, winning nationals. I know they had him on Olympia TV, and Tarek and crew did a really good job. What if he wins?
Ooh.
Can this guy win?
If he can take out Hunter, I mean, it's a formidable lineup, but you got guys like Hunter and also Andrew Jacked. If you can take them out, then all of a sudden you're in a whole different conversation now, right? You just propelled yourself to possible top 6 at the Olympia, right there. So if you can go out there and beat those guys, you have to be in that conversation because these guys are right there.
They're ready.
So top 6, top 10, if you can take them out.
Yeah.
And we all know he's got the size for it.
Yeah.
Carlos, thick guy. Separation is good. Just needs to get really conditioned to take out those top guys. So again, looking at the whole lineup, this is no joke. You got some, we got Lewis Breed, we have Roy Evans, we have, the list goes on and on. I'll let you guys see it right out at ifebpro.com to be able to look at the entirety of the list.
We got a guy from China and South Korea. That's crazy.
Yeah,
right?
you have China, South Korea, and then we also,
a few Texas boys, Bahamas, right?
Yep.
This is
gonna be a really good show. And what makes it even more special right now is the fact that Hunter looks much improved,
He looks
right?
so nasty.
So he looks way better than he did previously, and he proved that on stage at Tampa.
Yep.
Now we have to see what he looks like next to the big guy.
No, I'm a fan. If Carlos wins this, and I'm not saying Carlos will. If Carlos wins this, he's going to be the most spoken about bodybuilder going into the Mr. Olympia.
Oh yes,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You know what I
to
mean?
take out names like that,
Yeah.
Hunter Labrada, Andrew Jacked.
Yeah. Well, Andrew Jack's not even on there, so let's just not.
Well,
you know what I mean?
All right. I get
you know what I mean?
I
And I respect Andrew. If Andrew doesn't want to come to the show, I mean, I get it, but I would love.
I mean,
to see
stuff
him
happens, but I think that. Hey, Rob, can you guys pull up the Andrew Jack's Instagram page and see if there's anything that's posted on there?
I mean, we just reposted him saying that he was doing a back roast for the Texas Pro on our Instagram page on Battle Up Productions. You know what I mean? So
let's go to his Instagram page. Real quick.
Chinedu. I don't want to butcher his last name.
Let's see.
See right there. So that third post where he's doing those rows. Yeah, click that.
Yeah.
What did it say?
It says, when was that from? 7 days ago. Few back trainings. We edging closer and closer. 2 weeks Texas Pro.
You see what I'm saying?
There you go.
Yeah. I commentated on it. The world commentated on it.
Yeah. He's a beast, bro. He's a beast.
I'm you know what? I'm sure there's a clerical error. I mean, I'm convinced. I mean, this guy's not going to put out Texas Pro and not show up.
Maybe maybe he put in for the show and somehow Hunter Labrada called the NBC office, IFBB office, and said, "Oh, I'm backing out," and pretended to be Andrew.
Well, Andrew, you just got jacked.
Andrew just got jacked.
Andrew just got jacked. No, I mean, I'm pretty sure this guy is coming. This guy's a beast, and honestly, a humble guy. I've spoken to him a couple times. Massive. I mean, look at him standing right next to Jay Cutler.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And the cool part about this is when I see these guys covered up, like it reminds me of Chris Bumstead and Arnold, and they're training covered up like that. They're not showing too much. I know they're cooking up something nasty. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Something real nasty.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah, this guy just pops, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's super 3D. He's got
Jesus
roundness,
Christ,
fullness. Yeah. It's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be such a good show. But yeah, for sure, let's make sure that he gets here.
Yeah.
Let's make sure he gets here.
Should I call him right now? I mean, we could see.
Can you call him?
Let's see if Andrew Jacked answers my call live on this podcast. This is the first time. I like to push envelopes. Is it loud enough? I can't hear myself.
Yes, sir.
Turn it up.
Andrew Jacked.
Yes, sir.
I am live here in studio with Mr. Hany Rambod on his podcast. And, sir, we do not see your name on the list. We got 1,000 cameras on me. Andrew, my boy, you took the title of King of Texas. I interviewed you on stage, and you said you're coming back. Exclusive right now, because it's not on the website. Are you coming back to Texas?
Andrew, did you get jacked?
Did you get jacked, or are you coming to Texas, bro?
No, I'm still me, but everyone knows I made a promise that I will come back and defend my title last year, and I stick to my words. And everyone knows that I'm in camp, training hard as usual to be there in Texas. So, yep.
All right,
official. They all know it's been official since last year that I'll be doing the Texas Pro.
Okay, so you know that we were looking at the lineup and your name was not on it. So you know you got to contact the office.
Yeah, I was shocked. I was like, whoa, what's happening? Because I know I put like someone in charge to handle all that, and it's surprising, but I know it's not. It will be.
Well, I'll make a few phone calls for you, and we'll get you on that list, sir. As long as we have you live committing to the Texas Pro, the world wants to see you. Texas wants to see you. I told you, my dad wants to see you. We're all fans, bro. It's gonna be a showdown, and the list looks pretty interesting. One question: Is it? Are you taking the title back again this year?
Well, I've been busting my ass for 6.5 weeks out of my comfort zone, far away from home. So of course I'm here for business, bro.
There we go. Well, Andrew, I know you're in prep mode. I know your focus is high. On behalf of Hany and myself, thank you for taking my call. We will definitely see you in Texas. I'll make sure we get a few phone calls.
Yeah, make sure he comes by and stops by the podcast.
Yes, we're trying to get him here as well. Well, Andrew, bro, we'll chat very soon. I'll make sure you get the contract in, okay?
Okay, sir.
Thank you, bro. Be safe. God bless.
Yes, sir. Yes.
You heard it.
There you go.
You heard it.
That's it.
That's
Making
us.
things happen, Freddie. Making things happen.
You gotta pick up the phone and call somebody. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just gotta
phone a friend.
phone a friend.
Phone a friend.
That was cool though.
Yeah.
This is your first show. You know
That's
what I mean?
it.
First episode. We
This
gotta make
is a
things
new
happen.
season, bro. This is a new season. This
Hany's
is a new
doing
season.
live stream. Andrew
right.
Jack actually answered my phone call. I mean, what else? Should I call? You want to call Chris Bumstead? No, I'm just kidding.
Chris is gonna have to cut some water between now. And now.
All good. All
We're gonna
good.
be 11 weeks out, which is crazy.
Wow.
Right? We're gonna be 11 weeks out
Wow.
coming up for the Olympia, and the crazy thing is, you were able to get him on the phone. I'm glad he answered. He's doing the show.
Yes.
So you guys just got to make sure he's
I'll make
because
sure.
I can hear Jim now. You know, Jim's gonna be like, I don't know. I don't know.
We'll get him in. We'll get him in.
It was a little late. He's a little late.
We'll
I
get
don't
him
know.
in. We'll get him in.
Yeah. Well, obviously his clerical error. They
Pros
need to go
have
back.
to send in a contract. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's
Yeah.
it's a you guys are pros. You know what I mean? You got to send a contract. But I get it. Prep brain is prep brain. You can't beat that. But I'll make sure he's taken care. But that made me feel a lot better that he's coming to Texas.
Yeah, me too. Because that's the showdown.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
You want to be able to see Carlos, all the guys, and then there's going to be some dark horses that I don't even know about. And what's cool is the fact that you end up having a list of these 10 guys that I haven't seen before.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are pro debuts. Some of them are coming in from Asia.
Yes.
Right. We have someone coming in from China. We have somebody coming in from South Korea. I mean, I don't even know if somebody might be from North Korea. I don't know, man. Nowadays, you never know.
They're coming.
They're coming from everywhere.
Travel's open.
So they're trying to get in. And what we're going to do is we're going to be able to see at least, I think what's going to happen is you're going to see another dark horse come up.
Wow.
Someone
I love that.
out of that group that nobody knows, someone that's training in a dungeon in Southeast Asia possibly, or in Texas. We got a couple of Texas boys out here. They're going to be coming up and they're going to make some noise, because what's going to happen is they're going to be like that proverbial dark horse that nobody expected them, because no one's seen them. They have probably only 700 followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
And they just are going to come in there and you're going to see some shit that nobody's seen before.
Over.
And that's always a possibility. Because look what happened. Nobody expected Hunter to look the way he did at the Tampa Pro.
Yep.
So now we're going to see what's going to happen. If there's anybody else in this lineup that could really represent and really in that first call out.
And I'm glad you said that.
Who's your head judge?
Tyler Manion.
So T's coming.
Yes.
And T's coming off a big birthday.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So,
29.
Yep. So 29. And he is.
We're gonna go out for his birthday. You want to join us? You
Absolutely.
Okay. Done
Absolutely.
Deal. Done deal.
Yeah, we'll get Cameron. Cameron.
I don't think Cameron can go where we're trying to go, but
Believe me, Cameron knows people. We were in
Killer
Europe.
Cam.
Yeah, Killer Cam, man. He knows people.
Nice.
Did you see the fish he caught?
Yes, bro. I was like, oh my god, eyes sticking out like that.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
10 pounder.
Nice.
10 pounder. We went
Nice.
fishing in California.
Nice.
But the thing is, let's look at the other divisions.
Yeah,
now.
let's go.
Let's talk to 212. Let's go. Let's
212.
go down.
Wow.
Who do you got in the 212 that you feel that is going to? Because I believe Keon was talking about. Is he actually in? Is he not?
Oh, he's in.
Okay.
And
now he's a local boy because he's been here now.
Yep. I mean, he's coming out of Vegas because he's training out of Vegas right now. But I know home base here is Destination Dallas, where he trains out of.
Yep.
And just the pictures I've seen, my God, he's another beast. And honestly, I've told Keon this since he turned pro. This guy could take the title of the Mr. Olympia if he does his homework. I don't know what's stopping him.
I'll tell you what's stopping him.
What's stopping him?
Sean Clarita.
Yeah.
Sean Clarita right now is stopping him, but we'll see. Because if he can make the kind of improvements that we've been talking about, he is definitely contender because, and I've been saying this for many, many years, genetically, I believe he's the most blessed bodybuilder on that 212 stage.
Yes.
He is 100% has all of the different tools, God-given tools.
Yes.
Now it's just a matter of how he puts those to use. And I saw Sean, and Sean looks crazy.
Sean's nasty.
Sean, I mean, he's like next level right now. He's so focused. And again, he's also training here. He moved to Dallas.
Yes.
And he's here. We got a session, him and I got a session in together.
And he's going to be at the show. He's going to give out the 212 award at the show.
That's
Confirmed.
awesome.
Yep.
That's
Sean
awesome.
Clarita will be at the Texas Pro.
Yeah, that Sean's a great dude, man. And so he's the guy to beat in the 212 Olympia. But one of these gentlemen can be a person out there to really push him.
Mm-hmm.
You have Keon is the most genetically blessed out of this whole crew. Now there's so many other really, really good bodybuilders on the list. Who do you like?
Honestly, Keon would be my first pick. But maybe you guys can pull this guy up on Instagram. He goes by I Love Protein. I mean, not to be Asian at all, but that's what his Instagram is. It's called I Love Protein. I think he might be the gentleman from Korea, and he's very, very, very impressive. We reposted him a few times. Let's see who pulls up. I mean, his shots, again, 3D. I thought he was a Hany Rambod product, but this guy looks pretty nasty.
Man, there's a lot of these guys.
There you go. So I don't know what his name is because we got foreign language in his Instagram page.
Okay. Let me go scroll up, Rob. Let's see.
Give me a reel. Give me a
you
reel.
know what's crazy is that his name is not in English.
Right there.
So it's
this guy right here. Aesthetic.
Oof.
You know what I mean?
Thick.
It's that magic mirror stuff. Looks like he's at Platinum Fitness though.
When is this from? One day.
Yeah.
That's 1 day ago.
I'm telling you, this is him. Look at this guy. I don't know if he's open. I don't know his name because it's in.
It's in Chinese.
Is it in Chinese? So he might be the open guy, and we're talking about 212. I don't know.
But
he
I'm
tagged
telling you,
212 at one point.
This is what I'm talking about. It's you got these guys that are just coming out of the woodwork.
Talking about dark horses. Here we go.
Yep.
Yeah, he's one. Bro,
Yep.
this guy looks net.
I love protein. We're just gonna call him I Love Protein.
I love protein.
Dude. Honestly, I love his look.
Yeah.
He's round chest, super round, great quad sweep. Looks great front double bicep shot. I mean, he's just gonna have to dial in his glutes and hams a little bit.
Yep.
But he looks really, really good.
Yeah.
Really good. So I Love Protein, man. Can't wait to see you here in
Kudos. Yeah,
Dallas.
this might be the
dark horse.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, look at this one right here.
Yep.
I wish there was a translate button to see what you know what I mean. 5 days ago.
Yeah, there is a translate up at the top. Dylan, hit up that translate button.
Yeah, hit see
right there.
translation.
Let's see what that says. It says,
It did not translate.
your flight to DFW is delayed. Any delays for 2 days. And then his brain is exploding.
I love protein.
So that's it, guys.
I love
but
protein.
yeah, man, he looks
what I mean?
fantastic. Super round muscle.
Yeah.
He's IFBB Pro. Let's see where he's got a bunch of. Yeah, I Love
I don't know
Protein
his
needs
name,
to
bro.
put his name in English.
I mean, can you Google?
I mean,
translate that
maybe.
page?
So yeah, he needs to get a buddy or somebody to switch it to add his name in English.
Watch it be I love. Oh,
Choi J
yep.
Sang.
212, baby.
Choi,
Korea. He's right there.
J Sang.
Yep, there he is.
Okay.
Korea in the 212. So Keon and this guy.
No, but there's another open guy from Korea.
No, but I'm looking at him and his name's on the 212 list.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Okay,
we're
so
talking
that's
about 212. So I was right.
That's
yeah.
I Love Protein.
I love protein.
All right.
Mr. Choi himself.
Choi. CHOI.
Yep.
So we apologize. Yeah, he's got some knockout shots, man. Yeah.
This is what
Nasty.
excites me. This is why I promote in this sport.
Yeah.
Because of these guys like this fucking showing up, you know what I mean, representing Korea. Fuck yeah. Welcome to Texas, my man. I can't wait to meet you.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fucking show.
Yep.
Oh.
He's
Can I cuss on this podcast?
You know
Sorry.
what? I was trying to keep it clean this season, but
sorry.
you know what? That lasted for about 7 minutes.
I know. I'm sorry.
That's
I'm
okay.
Catholic.
I'm totally giving you
we
shit.
we grew
No,
up
man. You can say whatever you want.
Sorry.
Yeah, he's got a lot of muscle on him.
Man.
Just needs to get a little tighter, but that's,
Yep.
that was just a week ago. So he's got plenty of time.
And honestly, Hany, let me ask you this off topic because we spoke about dark horses and open in 212. Anybody can be beat in the sport, correct? I mean, you've been in this sport. Anybody, I mean, again,
Yeah.
the Mr. and Miss Olympias, if they're off 0.01%, they can be beat. And these are the guys that need it or are most hungry, and they come into, for the show. I mean, look, just talk about that, about anybody can be beat in this sport.
Yes and no.
Okay.
Okay. I think that there are very dominant Olympia winners out
Like?
there, like Ronnie Coleman.
Okay.
I think that Ronnie Coleman was a guy that can come in, 5% off and still win. Again, I'm speaking in very absolutes right now.
Sure.
And
that's what this podcast needs. That's what the world needs.
That's
to
why
hear.
it's called The Truth.
Yeah, there we
right?
go.
I'm very, very, very open about this. Then there's those that have a ability to sit down and try to take their bodies to the next level with pure hard work. So like, i.e. a Branch Warren. Branch Warren, nothing like a Keon, right? In terms of like being genetically blessed.
Sure.
Then you have, now the Keon's starting to really catch his stride. He's starting to improve. But the Branch Warrens of the world really take it to those that have great genetics.
Yeah.
And they crush them.
Yeah.
Because they crush them with the hard work factor. And I think that because they don't have the ability to like rest on their genetics. And then if you have somebody who has genetics that works hard, i.e. like a Phil Heath,
dangerous,
then it becomes super dangerous.
Yeah.
Right. And then if they have the right mindset, then they become dominant. And I feel that there are levels to this game.
Absolutely.
Right. I talk about that all the time. But one of the levels is the Olympia level. And you have the ability of Jay Cutler is one of the greatest of all time.
I'm his biggest fan. Like,
right. Jay Cutler's one of the best of all time. But he's only won 4 Olympias. But why is that? Because of Ronnie Coleman. So if Ronnie wasn't there, how many Olympias would have Jay won?
A lot.
Right. So again, because there wasn't a second coming of Coleman, Phil won 7. But it doesn't take away from his accomplishment.
Sure, absolutely.
But what I'm saying is that it really depends. That's at the Olympia level. Now, at all other levels, including the show this week coming up, your show, there is anybody can be beat because someone like Andrew Jacked, okay, now that we do know that he is in this, so thanks for calling him. I didn't expect this shit to happen.
Might as well.
Look how fast we get shit done around here, guys.
I was upset that he wasn't on the list. I was like, I got to call this guy. I was waiting to take my headsets off. I was like, no, let me call him.
And you can hear that was legit. He's like, oh, I had some administrative. I had somebody taking care of it.
I'm glad he confirmed.
Yeah.
I was pissed. I was like, really? Come on, guys. They're supposed to be warriors. These bodybuilders are supposed to be like 3D gods. You know what I mean? Show up to fight and keep your title. I'm glad he answered.
But the fact that he answered and now he's confirmed, but let's just say that he's holding a little water, right? This is when, if somebody like Carlos or somebody like, not just Hunter, but Carlos, because when I spoke to Hunter, I mean, he's very confident right now. And I think he's really just feeling very confident carrying that win from the Tampa Pro into this show. So the way you got to look at it is that it's not just how you look standing next to somebody, but it's also level of improvement.
Yeah.
Right? So that level of improvement creates a huge amount of confidence. It's like a swell, a surge. And that's what Hunter is riding right now. So how is that going to match up next to Andrew Jacked or Carlos, who no one's really used to seeing, right? So those are the things that go along hand in hand with not just what someone looks like next to someone else, but also some of that wow factor.
Yeah.
Right? What we saw in Derek
Agreed.
Right?
Yep.
We saw it in Hany last year.
Yeah.
He was 8 pounds heavier. We saw it in Derek, which was, many, many pounds
Very
heavier
impressive. Very
than
impressive.
212.
Yeah.
But it's some of that is the wow factor. So yes, especially when you have somebody who can turn around and wow you, that's when what you mentioned about that 1 or 2% can be the difference between first and third place. Because when you add in that wow factor and how much that person has improved, then eyes tends to gravitate.
Yes.
Right? There's certain looks that your eyes tend to gravitate when you are looking in a judging eye. And I feel like when you have Steve or Sandy or Tyler or any, Gary or any of these people that have been in this industry for a long time who have a very good eye, they'll turn around and you'll see this is why this person won.
Yeah.
And you're going to turn around and be able to understand that because anybody else with an untrained eye is going to be like, oh, the top 5, how do you pick these, right?
Exactly.
So this is what's going to make this show special is that it's not just what they look like, but how much have they improved because it tends to draw the eye.
Yeah. Agreed. Well,
Yeah.
This is why we have you, and we need you on more podcasts because this type of valuable information you don't get anywhere else.
I appreciate it. I missed the podcast. I'll be honest with you. I had a lot of people in the last couple of weeks I've been running to at the gym, and then when I'm doing different appearances, and they're like, "When's the podcast coming back?" And I was like, "I'm trying to get the podcast studio done." and we didn't have the graphics of this beautiful black wall behind me.
Beautiful.
Is because we've been working on getting some of the graphics done.
Sure.
And I wanted to change up a little bit of the format because I have a lot of people that have been requesting to be on that aren't just bodybuilders. And so I want to try to widen up a little bit of the range.
Yep.
And I want to be able to be a little bit freer versus just talking about bodybuilding.
Okay.
I want to go a little bit wider than that. So this season, I'm getting some different types of guests outside of bodybuilding. So, and we'll see what the feedback is on that. See if people like it or not. But let's go ahead and hit up some of these other divisions. Yep. Classic physique. Oh my
Classic.
God.
I don't even want to look at it. It looks stupid. I mean,
How many are there?
I don't know. I mean, a handful.
What is that? 25, 30?
30 plus. Yeah. My God.
Holy shit.
Jesus Christ. South Korea, South Africa, England, Puerto Rico, Canada, Mexico. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, you got a
Wow.
shit ton. So the one that comes straight to mind is Logan Franklin. Spring, Texas.
28. We got a number, 28.
28 people.
28.
So just under 30 plus, you might have a couple more.
Yep.
I know Tony. I know, and obviously Logan is the guy.
Logan is the guy.
Yeah. So for those of you guys
Texas
most know, number one, he's got an amazing physique, but number two, great poser. He's a known poser. The thing that I think is going to make it special for Logan Franklin is the fact that he is not competed in a while. He missed the Olympia.
Yep.
There was a mishap there, which I'd love to be able to actually have that conversation with him because I didn't really hear his side of the story. It was kind of like, I know he mentioned it, but
I don't know if it was an injury. Maybe. I don't know.
yeah, there was something that happened last minute, and there was speculation, but I don't want to get into that.
Yeah,
I'd like to
sure,
hear
sure.
it from himself. But what happens is now you get to see him in his, arguably his all-time best. Everyone's saying that he looks super impressive. We're looking at some of his Instagram pictures right here. It looks awesome. That was 3 weeks out. Do we have a one that's a little sooner than that, or he hasn't posted in a while?
No, he hasn't posted in a while.
Okay, what's that one from? That one
4 days ago.
4 days ago, and he's covered up. He's wearing a
I didn't repost that. Okay.
a sleeveless shirt, and his shoulders are popping, and I mean, again, beautiful physique.
Yeah.
Beautiful physique, great poser. Love to see what he looks like up on stage. Definitely looking forward to the seeing where he's at.
Nasty.
And you, again, it's a lot of new names,
Wow.
right? But the guys that are like Kaiki and all these guys that are posting on his thing, Rough Diesel, and a lot of these guys that are, you got Guy, you got, Can you go back to that other post that he was on before that? You even
C-Bum,
got you got even
C-Bum.
C-Bum in there.
C-Bum posted
Who's
on.
that guy?
Who's that guy?
Yeah, he's not horrible.
No.
What we're gonna do is definitely look out for him. But
Yep.
you got Jeremy Potvin, you have Rough Diesel, you got C-Bum. Everyone's on his
Andre-
social. You got
Andre
Lucky,
Lucky,
Lucky Libre, Lucky Libra. The thing is,
You know what's cool? I just realized I found out that he was self-coaching. There's no coach behind this physique that you see on right now on the screen. He's
Really?
self-coaching himself for this show.
okay,
Yep, I think he posted that, and I read it somewhere, in his cryptic caption or whatever. But he is self-coaching himself with the Texas Pro to prove him. I don't know. We'll see.
see what's best for him.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. There are some people that I work with that I've told them that they should train themselves.
Yeah.
I've
if you
worked
got
in
it.
the past, and I said, look, sometimes whether you're doubtful of the information you're getting or you just feel like you know better.
Yep.
Like, if the first words that come out of your mouth is I know, you're not going to be a good, student for any coach.
Correct.
Go to your own.
Correct.
Don't be afraid of it. Lean into it.
Yep.
And you know what? Then you can't sit there and blame the guy.
Mm.
You can't blame him or her, whoever your coach is. If you want to sit there and talk all that shit, go ahead and do it yourself.
Yep.
And then prove it to yourself, because you're not doing anybody a service when you are the one that's constantly wanting just to jump from person to person,
Coach to
blame
coach,
them.
yeah.
But if that is the case, then
Yep.
God bless him. I hope he goes in there and crushes it. Because great physique.
Yeah.
Definitely looking forward to seeing
for
what
sure.
he looks like.
He's one of my favorites. He calls himself the Texas Oak.
Yep. So let's go into the other divisions real quick. Let's see.
Jesus Christ. Men's physique is like, I know, 30 plus.
So that's another 30 plus.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. All right, Dylan, can we get that list back up? It's up on the main page. Do you have it in front of you, Freddie?
Yeah.
Okay. You have 30 plus. Anybody that comes to mind? Because you have the list in front of you.
I mean, Nick, I don't want to butcher his last name, Koiu from Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
He's a front runner. I do see somebody coming from Australia that I read up on that is the first men's physique pro from Pakistan.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Ali Raza.
Okay.
He's coming here. Obviously lives in Australia, but he's Pakistani.
Originally from Pakistan.
Yeah, Pakistan. Yep.
Shout out to all the Pakistanis out there.
Yep. Much love. And I love the fact that he's coming here to compete. Outside of that, man, I mean, these guys.
So let me ask you this.
Yes.
Any top 5 guys from the Olympia?
Negative.
Okay, so when you have 30 people, this is what really, if you chose this show, you should be patting yourself on the back right now, because it's sometimes a little bit of the luck of the draw. You get a little bit lucky.
Sure.
It's great that someone who's not there, that's from the Olympia, because what happens is you automatically, the eyes are always drawn to a top 5
Sure.
guy, right? So if you are going up against people that are not in the top 5, what happens is you get a little bit clearer differentiation because you guys are all like a level playing field. And I'm not saying that the judges are biased, but they're always, obviously they're already bringing heat because they're already ranked. So what happens is if they're in shape, they're ranked, they're going to get in that first call out. And then if they don't look good or if they start to fade, they'll get pulled back.
Mm-hmm.
But now you have a clean slate. You don't have somebody that's, you don't have any top 5, top 6 Olympia guys. And that makes it really nice because now all of a sudden everybody's all starting from scratch.
Yep.
At that point.
Yeah.
So
We got Wales' first men's physique pro, Mitch Starr, coming in from Wales. That's cool.
nice.
Yeah, and honestly, Hany, I don't recognize
A lot of them.
a lot of these guys because
Okay.
I got to see them, on face. Their
Okay.
Instagram name is I Love Protein, and their name's Freddie Naidu. So you know what I mean. I don't know some of these guys unless I see them. So, but Jake Alvarez coming in San Diego. I know he's an OG in the men's physique division.
Well, I think some really good names are going to be pulled out of this. So anybody that's going to place top 3 with 30 plus competitors,
Yeah.
it's going to be next level.
Kareem Hawash. Let me talk about this guy. Brooklyn, New York. Pro wrestler. Probably Persian.
Pro wrestler, like
Pro
as in
wrest-
WWE
No,
style?
no. Freestyle.
Oh, you're talking about
Greco-Ro-
freestyle, Greco-Roman,
freestyle,
Olympic.
I think
Olympic
Olympic
wrestler.
wrestling. I think he's up there. Kareem Hawash, Brooklyn, New York. Yep.
Where's he originally from?
He's Persian, I think. I mean, we'll ask him when we
Is
see
he?
him. Yeah,
Let's
but
take a look.
I know he's a pro.
Go up. Kareem.
Wrestling world champion. There it is. See? I know I do my homework, man.
Hawash. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. That's
Yeah,
great.
Yeah, pro men's physique. I like and talk about this. You see how sports bleed into ours? You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's got a good
He
look.
has a good look. He has a really good look.
Yeah, nice dense back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Kareem Hawash. Good guy too. He was he did the Austin show. We were in Columbia together, saw him compete there.
How do you do?
Top 5, top 6 placing.
Okay.
Top 10 right there. This was Austin. I think this was his first show when he came out. He came to Texas, but he said he's coming back. Yeah, man. These guys again, coming in from
Nice. Yeah, very
different
good look.
backgrounds is amazing.
So going through, we need to talk about something here that I hadn't had a chance to talk about. And I was going to do this on a separate podcast, but being that we have you on, I think there's no better time than the present. Let's talk a little bit about the weights. Okay.
The classic weights.
Well,
And
no.
men's physique.
The men's physique weights.
Okay.
So what do you know? Oh, and by the way, shout out to Paul Mattiak. Paul Mattiak from San
Paul's
Jose.
there. Yeah.
Paul's doing it. So
There
that's
you go.
cool. I
See, that's what I'm
that
saying.
out
This
there.
is so small in front of me. Clarence McSpadden, Atlanta, Georgia. I mean, I know most of these guys. I just have to go through the list. The list is so huge.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So due to the fact that now we have weight divisions, do you know when the weight divisions for the men's physique are going to be announced?
I believe it's going to be after this year's Mr. Olympia.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
So there's a lot of data gathering. You know, the Austin show, Tyler actually weighed these guys in. I'm pretty sure he's going to do it here in Texas to see.
Do you know how long that's been going on?
Well, he made the announcement. What?
No, do you know how long it's been going on that he's been weighing people in?
No, the first time I saw him do it was the Republic of Texas. That was produced by Galvanized, Bernard and Ilio in Austin. So he weighed, people there, and he took weights down, and he took the data back. So I think he's trying to see, obviously gather some data, intel, and put it out there.
So it hasn't been going on for like all year.
No,
it's just started.
no,
this
yeah,
weight pull,
very, yeah, yeah. Because the Pittsburgh Pro, we didn't weigh anybody in.
Okay.
And I was there. You were there.
Yeah, I was there, but I wasn't checking in the weigh.
Correct. I was there at check-ins, and we didn't weigh
Right.
anybody, and we hided him. No, we didn't even hide him. We gave him numbers.
Okay.
I'm thinking NPC. Yeah. So this is very new.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he's going to weigh him in at the Texas Pro to get the intel because it's a pretty large group here. And yeah, I mean, I think it's good for the men's physique division. I mean, I called you to say, Freddie, Hany, should I come back? Because I mean, for the little guys that weigh under 155 pounds, I mean,
Right.
this is what we've been waiting for. And when I competed, this wasn't there. So I'd stand next to somebody like I don't know, Lucky Libra, or I don't know, Ryan Terry, and these guys are monsters next to me. You know what I mean? But it's good. Men's physique was getting a little bit out of control.
Yep.
Classic boys putting on board shorts. I love that the head office is doing this, and kudos to them for evolving with the sport, because this is what men's physique needs. This is what gives little guys a chance to fill out and actually hold their own. You know what I mean? So
yeah. I mean, believe me, we've been talking about this back when I was coaching Jeremy.
Yeah.
Right. It was something where I could see it going in that direction, and it's something that I talked to Tyler about. I talked to Jim about many years ago. And it was always a kind of like, we're going to wait and see approach, which was the right approach to see how it went. But obviously then it's now these guys just keep training and growing.
Yeah.
So now it's kind of like, okay, we have to put there has to be a line in the sand. And otherwise it just becomes the next division of bodybuilding above it, because everybody just keeps growing.
Yeah.
And that's why it's called bodybuilding. So it's great to see. I just wasn't sure, and obviously we'll see Tyler, because Tyler's gonna be flying in a couple days.
Yes.
Talk to him, maybe get him in the show.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, maybe we got to bring him. Etila's coming.
Yes.
Mom and Dad are coming.
Yep.
So that's gonna be great. But yeah, it would be great to be able to have a conversation, because when I spoke to him when they made the announcement, he was explaining to me kind of how they came up with the numbers and everything else, and I was just really like, it's going to be interesting, because I do think that there's going to be a difference in look. How much on the men's classic physique is going to be different is going to be yet to be determined.
Okay.
Because some of these guys with 8 pounds and they're shorter is going to look a lot different. But I think that at the end, if the judges still continue to judge classic physiques, then you're still going to be able to get that look to state what you need for classic.
Yep.
Where instead of it just being a chase to the top of the
Sure.
weight class, because then it just ends up becoming much more open bodybuilder-esque
True.
in terms of the overall
True.
thickness and whatnot.
Does Chris Bumstead get a few pounds?
I think he gets just under 1 kilo. He gets 2 pounds.
2 pounds. Okay.
2 pounds.
2 pounds on him is going to be dangerous. I mean, that's Chris Bumstead.
Yeah,
You know what I
it's 2 pounds. I mean, what was explained to me also was that as the taller guys they were giving less, because originally they felt like that they did a little bit too much, gave a little too much to the taller guys, so they gave them much lower allotments.
Okay.
And then from what Tyler was explaining, the lighter guys were kind of at a disadvantage, so they're trying to increase their weights as much as possible. So we have to just wait and see. And then now, even at your show, what I really wanted to bring up is the fact that we're going to see some of that.
Yes.
So that was put into effect immediately.
Yep. As of Tampa
Right.
weekend. Yep.
So it happened immediately. So we're going to be able to see that firsthand. How does that look? Because you have some of these guys that were having problems making weight, and is that look going to be something that is going to enhance the classic, or is it they're going to maybe try to chase the scale too much,
Sure.
and then their bodies tend to change,
Yeah.
and not for the better. So I think we have to wait and see. And again, every person still has to remember this is still classic.
Yeah.
You still kind of want to look classic.
Yep. No, agreed. Agreed.
So that's going to be the interesting thing about it. For those that are wondering what that's going to look like, you're going to be able to see it firsthand, whether it's on the live stream or in person. you're going to see some of those guys that are coming in because it did kick in already.
Immediately.
Yeah. So that weight. And then next year after the Olympia, the heights are going to be kicking in. So that's where for the men's physique division.
Yes.
So that way they'll be able to work within a certain class of weight for their height.
Yeah.
So if you hadn't heard yet, it's all been out there.
Yep.
But there has been adjustments for classic where they've increased weights anywhere from 2 pounds all the way up to 8 pounds. And for the men's physique, they are going to put weights with their height, but that is yet to be determined. That's coming up soon.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Exciting news, man. I like the way the division is evolving, and we're keeping everybody in that structure for the division and for that category.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So good stuff there. Move on to figure.
Mm-hmm.
My God, we got like 29 chicks. 29 of the best.
29 of the best ladies out there.
Coming.
Let's see.
Coming. Oh, Jessica Reyes Padilla, number 2 in the world.
Yeah, number 2 in the world.
Wow.
Also, isn't she? Is this Puerto Rico? But isn't she living in Texas or no?
She's in Austin. Yep.
Okay,
yep,
she's in Austin via Puerto Rico.
Via Puerto Rico.
Okay.
Oh no, Puerto Rico via Austin.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I guess. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah. She's Puerto Ricana, I guess.
Yeah.
There goes me trying to impress you guys with my amazing Spanish. That's
Yeah.
But all in all, I think that I mean she's got a super impressive physique.
Yeah.
Very, very impressive. Number 2 in the world.
Yeah.
To none other than Sid Gillian.
Yes.
But completely 2 different types of physiques. But obviously Sid is not doing the show. Sid's getting ready for her title, trying to hold on to that title in the Olympia this year. I believe she's going for number 7.
Wow.
But Jessica is the returning champ.
Yes.
Didn't she win last year?
Yes.
Right. So obviously she is definitely the favorite going into it. But dude, this is
This is nasty. This is a
crazy.
You know, and kudos to the figure women and the athletes and the competitors and the champions that are showing up to Texas Pro, because the world discounts the figure division, and it's one of my favorite divisions because these ladies actually put on a show. You know, they're posing, their bodies on stage,
look,
the flow.
I think it's underrated.
Yes.
Let's talk about this for a second, right? Because it's no longer at the Arnold too, by the way, which is still a point of contention.
We'll keep it here at Texas.
Yeah, I mean, look at the turnout.
It's okay.
Obviously, it's very, very thick.
Yep.
But what I want to be able to, the reason why I'm bringing this up is that I had 2 Olympia winners in this division, right? I had Nicole Wilkins.
Yes.
Okay, for her last 2
Big
wins
fan,
were with me. And shout out to Nicole, if anybody's out there or she's listening, or if anyone knows her that knows the fact that she's now just announced her 2nd baby's on her way.
Wow.
Yeah, she's got an adorable little girl.
Wow.
Just super, super cute. She should definitely take that baby of hers and make some money and put her in modeling, because she is a supermodel, the little baby. And then she's got the baby number 2 on the way. But the key for this division is the fact that you have the muscularity, that muscle fullness is there without it being striated.
Correct.
And I feel that it's super underrated too. I know there was some talk about maybe throwing in some different poses possibly. I would love if your women out here are listening, or if your significant other is a woman that competes in this division, whatever. If you're a guy that appreciates the figure division, go in the comment section on the YouTube page. Let me know if you guys think there should be. I mean, again, I just want to know.
Yeah.
If there should be 1 or 2 poses thrown in, or what you can see of that, because there's something that these fans have been asking for. That, again, I'm not really for it or against it. I just love the fact that people they're very passionate about this about this particular division, because there's feminine muscle, but it hasn't gotten super extreme, but it's not also obviously like bikini, where it's bikinis are all on the thinner side.
Yep.
So I would love to go into the comment section. Let me know about that. And also, same thing with the men's physique. There was talk about men's physique doing a pose or 2. I say no on men's physique, straight up.
Agreed.
Because they already do 5 poses.
Agreed.
Guys,
five and a half.
guys can't take direction. I'm sorry, guys. Okay,
No.
We can't take direction. You guys go in there and do 5, because you guys all want to be bodybuilders and want to hit the most muscular and the back double bicep, and you're already doing it.
Yeah.
But these poor women are by the rules.
Yeah.
They go out there, they hit their front relaxed, they turn around, they hit the rear relaxed, they'll do their quarter turns on their mandatories, and they stick to it. You're not seeing them do a back double bicep, a twisted 3/4 bicep.
Truth.
All of this. You dudes are all out there trying to hit a most muscular. Let me show you a side chest. Let me do an ab slide pose.
A lat spread, so a back pose.
Exactly. I mean, Freddie,
I know. I did it.
Yeah, but you didn't do that many.
I didn't do that many.
That's right.
I come from a dancing background, so there's a lot of flow, figurish flow in my posing. But some of these guys,
no, but there's a difference between that.
They're winding the stuff on stage.
They're winding it. They're doing the jump rope. Okay, for those of you that are listening to the podcast and you're not watching it,
keep it simple.
You guys are doing the jump rope. You're doing the spaghetti arms.
Yeah.
You're rolling the Harley Davidson with your hands out. You're doing all kinds of crazy shit, man. I'm telling you, that's one of the reasons why I straight up say no. But for the girls, it's different because if they threw in 1 or 2, I wouldn't mind. But I'd love to hear what people have to think about that. Or what they think about that and what they say about that. Throw it in the comments below. And for all those that do think that you should be on doing in Men's Physique, doing all the poses, if you're for it or against it, get in. I'd love to hear people's opinions. I want to read these. And Freddie, you need to go in there and read them too.
I will. I'll probably even comment on some. I'll tell you this, no lie. 2 years ago, I don't remember what show it was. I'm at the judging table, and this Men's Physique guy comes out backflipping. I'm not even making this up.
Men's Physique.
Comes out backflipping.
I didn't know if you guys had a new division, men's fitness.
Maybe we will one day. But this guy came out backflipping on stage, did the splits and the whole, you know what I mean? So, again, guys, keep it simple.
Didn't somebody come over and try to do that, and then they ended up hitting their head?
Didn't happen at this show. This guy, and we feared for that because the stage is not it's not cushioned.
It's not designed for you.
Yeah, you got tan, you got all this gloss on you. If you slip and fall, you're cracking your neck on stage. So you know what I mean. Do not do that, guys. Do not do that at all.
That's nuts.
Don't do that.
Especially because of how much oil is up there.
Yes.
Yeah.
But talking about Jessica Reyes Padilla, she is going to the Masters Olympia the following weekend. So her plan is to come here, dominate, leave to Romania. On the next.
I'm going to tell you guys this right now. She is going to be tough to beat.
Yeah.
I got to go check out and see if there's a betting thread.
We should.
Put some bets down.
Yeah.
And again, could always be wrong, but she definitely is bringing the heat.
And I see a friend of mine, Jay Garay from Spring, Texas. We might want to pull her up. She's very aesthetic. She goes by Jay from Houston or something like that. I'm pretty close on Instagram. Yep, her. She just won her pro card at USA's.
Okay.
So new IFBB pro. Coming into the Texas Pro, and there she is.
Oh, I know her.
Yes. Yes. Very aesthetic, very gorgeous.
Yeah.
Big fan. We were teammates in a previous life for a supplement company.
Okay.
I'm excited that she's coming to the show. Very aesthetic, good look for the figure division.
Yep.
Not as muscularity, maturity like Jessica Padilla, but I think she has a very good look. And I like to see folks jump. This is what another thing that makes me mad. You get a pro card, and then you retire. You don't show up. Or I need to take another. I mean, you got a pro card. Show up. See how you compare against Jessica Reyes.
Did you? How many years did you compete as a pro?
2009. I retired in 2018.
Okay, so
it's almost 10 years.
10
years. Yeah.
So you didn't just take it and lock it away and throw it in the drawer?
No. Nice. I mean, I won my pro card North Americans, and I was at the Phoenix, the pro show in Phoenix, the next weekend. You know what I mean? You have to be. You know about setting a baseline, right? You got to be able to set a baseline to see what exactly happens And this is what I'm talking about. When you get your pro card, you show up to promoters like us. We put on shows here in Texas. So Texas, and she's in Texas. She's in Spring, Texas. So South, Houston. You got to show up. Yeah. So this is what I'm talking about.
What's great is
Big
the fact that she looks awesome, man.
Yep.
And we're gonna see how she looks. She's definitely on the smaller side in regards to that, but she's very aesthetic.
Very aesthetic.
She's got a great look. So it'd be great to see what. I mean, that could really help her.
How many followers does she have? Let me see. Go up real quick. Oh, my God.
250,000?
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's very good.
Yep. Very well done. mom. I see that she's a mom. She has a beautiful daughter right there, business owner.
Yep.
So you know what I mean? These folks have stories, and they're coming for the Olympia qualifications. Yeah, again, anybody can be beat. Jessica's gonna be hard to beat, but
Yeah.
a buddy of mine, Samantha Jenkins is jumping in. Okay, wow. Okay. The more I look at these names, this list is huge.
Let me see if
Argentina, Brazil, Germany. Wow.
let me see anybody else that comes to mind.
Amy Mock, Texas. You know, wow.
God, so many new names.
So
that I
many new
haven't
names.
seen. Yeah. I remember back in
United
the day,
Kingdom.
we'd be able to know every single person
Yep.
and every that turned pro, but now there's so many pro qualifiers around
Yep.
the world. But yeah, I mean, this is going to be another stacked division, which is going
Wow.
to be awesome.
Okay, let's go to bikini.
Okay.
Bikini. Wow. Everybody knows her as Isa Piccini on Instagram. Elisa Piccini from Brazil, Miss Bikini Olympia, has signed up for the show. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a
She's
huge,
there.
huge move.
Wow.
Yep.
Yep.
So Elisa's doing the show.
Ashley just coming off of her win this past weekend. Man, wow, that's crazy. Okay. I don't know too many.
Yep, she looks tight. We're just looking at some photos.
Yep. There she is.
Yeah, she's in
She
great
looks
shape.
amazing. I mean,
Yeah.
the way she's transformed her body, and especially her glutes. You know what I mean?
Well, her glutes and also her midsection.
Look at that shot right there. Wow.
Yeah. She's
Yeah.
chiseled, man. That
Yeah.
glute hamstring tie-in is
Yeah.
really, really deep.
Yeah. Big shot at Team Atlas, man. You know what you're doing, my man. Good shot. Yep. She looks like, this is where you want it. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, you don't want to get striated.
No.
You just need to want just a little bit of separation
Yep.
with that muscle tightness and without any body parts being too big, like especially
Right.
because you have wellness now. So you don't want the glutes to be overpowering because then you end up really looking like a wellness person. So you do not want to get those big, thick legs in the bikini division, boys and girls.
Yep.
What's going to happen when I say boys and girls? Well, I say boys because there's a lot of male coaches out
Yeah,
there,
yeah, for
and
sure.
they're training these girls like bodybuilders, and
Yeah.
then they blow out their legs, and then they want to know why they don't do well when they compete. Because you shouldn't be doing 225-pound squats
Correct.
as a bikini girl,
Correct.
especially when you already have full enough legs.
Yeah.
Now, there's always exceptions to certain rules, but you don't want to go out there and end up creating a situation where you just don't look right for the division.
Absolutely.
That's why a lot of these seminars that you guys do, Sandy does,
Yes.
going around the country, going around the world, talking about what the division and what they're looking for.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool thing, you see Claudia Garcia and Violeta Garcia, twin sisters, twin pro bikini.
I was going to say, are they?
Yes.
They're actually twins.
They're
huh?
twins, yeah.
Wow.
How do you judge that? You know what I mean?
Which one of the twins did harder?
I don't even know. I mean,
That's
what do they swap
crazy.
numbers backstage?
Yeah. Yeah. Dylan, pull that up.
Yeah, these are sisters. No, that's not her. That's definitely not her.
There's a lot of Garcias out there.
That's not her either.
Yeah.
Go to
There you go.
no. Yeah, maybe. Yep, that's one of them.
Okay. Okay.
That's Claudia. Yep, there
Wait,
they are.
go-
There they are. There's the twins.
Oh, the twins. Awesome.
Yep.
Very cool. And they seem to be from South Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
So they're coming in from South Florida. Very cool. Like that. Like, how do you judge that? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. It's going to be, well, it's all
Like-
about who comes in,
Claudia's 15 and Violeta is 16, and they swap numbers backstage just to mess with Tyler. That would be crazy.
That would be funny. Yeah,
Yeah.
Tyler's going to be like, I can't tell them apart, man. He's
know
going
what I
to
mean?
judge off of what he sees.
Yeah.
So, again, another great lineup. And then you do have not only a top Olympia competitor, but you have a previous Miss Olympia.
Yes.
That's huge,
And I
man.
also want to highlight Vanessa Guzman. Vanessa Guzman, El Paso, Texas, from Mexico,
Okay.
an actress.
Really?
I think she's up to like 800,000 followers, maybe 1 million. I don't know. That's her, Mexican actress. Pull her up.
Don't you like the
that's
podcast? How
not
we can like start pulling things up? Like right
yeah,
on
that's
demand,
very cool. That's not her.
You
bro.
know?
Go back. You had her. Well, that's her bio right there. Yep. Yep. See?
There she is.
800 plus followers, actress and sponsored athlete. Yeah, see, you know what I mean? Like, this is what bodybuilding does. You bring in from other.
Yeah, she has almost 900,000 followers.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Crazy. There she is. It's the second time doing our show. You know what I mean?
That's great.
Yeah. Great individual. Very humble. You know. She just did the Atlanta Pro. She's coming back. So, yeah.
No, man. So you got
Yeah.
we
We
got
got a lot of big names
good lineup.
coming.
Let me ask you this: as a promoter, what do you think does the best in regards to attracting? What aspect attracting the talent for your show? Because you got like we have all kinds of people listening right now, and do you feel like it has a lot to do with kind of what the formatting and what you bring, or do you feel like it's the actual city? I mean, what do you think it is that gives you a little bit of a leg up on that? Because you're getting a lot of really big names here. I mean, you got an ex-Miss Olympia. You got some guys that are top 6, top 7 at the Olympia coming for the men's open. You have a lot of heavy hitters. What do you think what's caused that?
And I'm super new to the game. I started promoting in 2016, right? But before this, I used to own clubs. It has to have an entertainment aspect to it. Not just that, okay? As an athlete myself, I competed in this sport, and I didn't get half the limelight, the recognition, the trophies, the awards, the custom belts, the prize money, as I did as an athlete. So, you know, when I got in as a promoter, when Sheila Brown called me and said, "Freddie, let's promote," I said, well, does the sport need a promoter? And if it does, what's missing, right? You answer that question. So our slogan, Sheila and I, is a show built for athletes by athletes.
Okay.
Right? So we make it about the athletes. We keep them in a honeymoon phase, and we make it just about them. We built this monster stage, the LED panels that we've purchased, the lighting, the best lighting. When people compare my lighting to the Olympia and we've had the best lighting, and that's what I study. I study the lighting. These athletes prepare themselves, and you have shitty lighting at a
Yeah,
show.
it's the
Like,
worst,
it pisses
man.
me off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What if you can't see Hunter's lines? What if you
Yeah.
can't see Issa's lines? Like, you got to be able to project that athlete on stage that has worked so hard for that center box. I know it. Sheila knows. We relate to that. So we created about that. And then you had the entertainment aspect to it.
Yeah. And by the way, shout out to Sheila. Sheila's been your boss. Your boss. She is the boss.
She's my boss.
She is the boss.
She's my boss. That's going to go viral.
Yeah.
She was the boss.
Sheila's
Minority.
been your boss. For you guys have been partners for
Yes.
how many years now?
2016,
Okay.
you know, she called me. I was on a cruise with my wifey for my wifey's birthday, and she said, "Freddie, I want you to join forces with me promoting, because, you know, I did the whole club scene for a little bit." And I said, "Okay, let's do it." And here we are. I mean, we are not anything alike. I can't stand her sometimes. She can't stand me, but we banter.
Sounds like it's your work wife.
Yeah, she's my work wife. I mean, we fully claim it. But the dynamics that we bring, I'm operationally, I do the design, and she touches the athletes.
Right.
You know, and let's plug her in. She's probably the biggest posing coach the industry's ever had, because she's posed some of the best. Branch Warren, Ronnie Coleman, Sean Roden, rest in peace, my man. And Sarah Villegas, she's posed some of the best, and she touches the athletes. That dynamic is what brings us together. But going back to promoting, you just got to make it about the athletes. You got to have an entertainment factor. And the parents, the wives, the brothers, the sisters, the kids that are in the show, they need something to, you know what I mean, to look up to. You can't be falling asleep in the stands. And I saw a lot of that as a judge, as an
Right.
expediter, as a DJ.
Right.
That's why they have me as a DJ, because DJing for so long, I bring that wow factor. I have people bobbing their heads, the judges bobbing their heads. You know, you got to make it about the show. The atmosphere is what changes it. We don't do anything special. We might change 10% of what we did from last year, right? But still keep that wow factor. We do not bring quality down. You know that,
Yeah.
Evogen.
Yeah.
We do not. Quality control is at our best.
100%.
The best, and what we're doing right now. It would behoove me if I did not talk about my media guys.
Yeah.
These guys are putting out content by seconds, by minutes, the 8K quality shots, the photos, the videos. We got Christian Haynes shooting some crazy stuff. I'm bringing in Will Whitman, JM Debbie covering it for NBC News Online. So you got to put eyes on your show, because if not, 500 people watch it, and that's it. Is the end of it.
Right.
We're gonna need people talking about it, which is where, you know,
I know.
you study marketing, right?
Yep.
So you got to make it about the show.
Well, actually, I didn't study marketing. I learned marketing growing up in
Well,
the
there you go.
industry.
There you go.
Right.
As a
And
business
you got-
owner is what
yeah,
I'm saying. Yeah,
absolutely.
you know what I mean?
And as an ex-promoter myself, I know it's the ones that do well are the ones that put their best foot forward with making sure it's about the athletes.
Correct.
When you do that, everything else will fall in line.
Yes. You have to be able to put in money. This is a business. But you know what? Put business aside. Put in money. And you know what? Big shout out to Battle of Media, Clips, Christian, Zach, Mario. These guys, Q, these guys go above and beyond to highlight the athletes. It's not about them, which is why I like this team. It's not about them and the paycheck they take home. It's about the content that they create. My biggest question is, and again, Holly, you and I have spoken, one off. We have the UFC, we have the NFL, we have the NBA, and we have the Mr. Olympia. Bodybuilding needs to be at that level. You know what I mean? And maybe I'm going to push the envelope because I don't care. I'm not afraid of fucking anything. If people say I can't do it, I'm going to do it, which is where I'm going to fucking drop this announcement here at the Texas on your podcast. Okay, Hany. Next year, second weekend of August, the Texas Pro. We were already 2 days. I'm going to add a third day for Masters on Thursday. So 3 days of bodybuilding.
Wow.
Not just that. I just don't like what's been going on in bodybuilding, and I'm all about the sport. I'm all about the fans. I love the sport. This sport has given me so much. This sport has saved me after college. My dad loved the sport. We were so poor. My dad never competed in bodybuilding, and he lives his vision through me, which is not just bodybuilding, but fitness. So we are officially, just because I love you, dude. You're a fucking good guy. I love your family, too.
I love to bring it out in you. Bring out the love.
This is how passionate I am. We are officially launching the Texas Sports Festival next year. We're going to have events, not just bodybuilding. I mean, you have the Olympia, you have the Arnold, and you're going to have us. We are going to be fucking ground zero here in Texas. And I have had some big names already talk to me. We're going to have some partnerships lined up. We're going to announce it officially for the world to see and hear Texas Pro Saturday night. But you get it first here because I love you, man. Texas
That's awesome,
Sports
man.
Festival,
That's
second weekend of August. Thank you.
So it's going to go 3 days. You're going to add in the third day. You're going to create more of a festival, and then you're adding in
Other
Masters
events.
and other events
Yes.
on the Sunday.
Yes. Well, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, powerlifting, strongman. My grandfather was Indian Army, so I'm a huge fan of the uniform. So we're going to do a police versus fire game, which is why I sat down with the chief of police here in Irving.
Oh, that's why you were there. I thought you were just being questioned.
No, that's who. They were questioning me why I left Irving. So I said I'm coming back. So police versus fire games, and we're going to donate to a fallen police officer's family.
Nice.
A fallen firefighter's family.
That's awesome.
And you know what? I'm gonna put another bug in your ear because you got me to say this on this. I want
Keep it
this.
coming,
I
man.
want this podcast to have an event at the Texas Sports Festival hosted by you and your circle of champions, invite only. Whether it be Jay Cutler, the Ronnie Comans, the Chris Bumstead, and I will produce this for you on a stage, and we're gonna sell tickets. And we're gonna fucking sell out. Not just the podcast. I want it to be about an experience. If they want to hang out with Hany Rambod, let's put them up at a steakhouse, Chris Bumstead, whatever. But we're gonna talk about this. But I want this podcast on the stage at the Texas Sports Festival. You host it with the panel you pick, and I will produce it for you, and we're gonna fucking sell out.
Wow.
You see why? I fucking push the envelope. I don't like this shit. I don't like.
Where did you have all this hidden, bro?
Bro, this is what happens when you piss me off. You ask me what the sport needs. It needs more of. It needs to be fucking mainstream. ESPN needs to fucking cover us. We need to be endorsed by Nike and Reebok, Adidas, and these athletes like Hunter. And you know what I mean? Sure, let's fucking expand. Let's go. Who's the promoter in boxing? Don King. Call me the fucking Don King, the brown Don King. I'm gonna be the fucking Don King.
You got the hair. You got some of the hair.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna fucking challenge. I'm gonna push the envelope and I'm gonna make this happen.
That's awesome, man.
But let's go back. Are you gonna do it?
Yeah, man. Hopefully I'm not traveling, but yeah, we'll try to work. We'll get it way ahead of time.
You're not traveling. Who do I need to talk to? Who do I need to talk to? Evogen is not traveling. We're coming to your city, Hany, in Irving, Texas. You're not fucking traveling. You're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. We're gonna lock everybody in for the Texas Sports Festival.
It. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You got some, made some big jumps, man. Congratulations with all your success.
Push the envelope. You know this.
Yes.
You started this empire in a garage.
Yeah.
True story?
Yeah, it is.
Nobody looks at a brown kid trying to be a big promoter.
No.
And everybody told me I couldn't make it to the Olympia. I couldn't get my pro card. I'm not going to be a big promoter. Your show is going to be taken away because you got low numbers. And guess what? You got to push the. I don't like fucking when fingers are pointing at you in the wrong way. And you know what? Challenge me. You know what I mean? And Texas needs that. The sport needs that. And I'm just that much more passionate about the sport, which is why I'm going to do.
No, I mean, obviously your passion shows Freddie. Freddie and passion go together,
Yep.
you know?
Yeah.
It's like beans and rice.
No pun intended. No pun intended.
But let me ask you this.
Yeah.
With all those things being said, do you feel like there's more to this than, like, what is it that's going to take mainstream sponsorship? What, in your mind's eye, what do you think the Nikes of the world, the Fords of the world would want? What would have to happen for them to be able to get involved in our industry?
First, a platform,
Okay.
right? If you build it, they're going to come. I'm going to try my best to build it and put it out there. I want to talk to Shaquille O'Neal that moved to Texas. I'm putting it out there. Shaq, if you're watching this,
Yeah, where did he move to? What city?
He's here in the Carrollton Colony area.
Okay.
You know, but he's here in and out. You know what I mean? So anybody touches this on a mainstream level, I mean, you've got mainstream connections.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe you and I can sit down. I think this just needs a platform to get there. I can only push the envelope so much.
Right.
God has blessed me. The Pro League head office has blessed me with making a few decisions, and people like you, aligning myself with folks like you that have the platforms. If we can do it together, it's not a one-man show. It never can be. That's why I'm building a team to do this.
Sure.
I cannot run this by myself. I have a wife and 2 beautiful girls at home. I want to enjoy that as well. I'll go batshit crazy if I do this by myself. But you build a team. You build a strong media team. You build a background. You build concrete stability that's going to take it to the next level. Plus, I also like to talk to the athletes. I just watch Lionel Messi. I go to these games. I watch fucking Lionel Messi in Dallas.
Yeah, he was just here last week.
Yes, I went there. I paid fucking prime money to watch this guy because I want to watch greatness. I was there with Phil Heath, won his titles. I was there, Ronnie Coleman watching, you know what I mean? I watch fucking greatness. Kobe Bryant, LeBron James. These athletes put themselves out there and they're so exclusive. Bodybuilding needs to do that. And outside of Arnold, there's only one other person and you coach him. That's it. These athletes need to have a mentality, not about, you know, what they're put. Sure, everybody can train and you can train to be a champion, but you also have to think mainstream and how to put yourself out there. I need to be able to endorse a Hany Rambod or a Hady Chopin or Derek Lunsford or Jeremy Windy, whoever, right? At this point. But you have to be able to carry yourself. And like you said, the top percent has mentality. Lionel Messi, Kobe Bryant, some of the best, Michael Jordan, right? You got to have a mentality of a champion and a mentality to carry yourself out. Promoters can only do so much. We can give you a platform, but if you're able to carry yourself and then you show up to these shows, that's when like, wait, who's showing up to Texas? That's when you spike interest. Mark Cuban, he's in Texas. Maybe him and I need to have a sit down, right?
Yeah.
Somebody like that, you know?
You definitely need somebody who can push some weight to be able to get behind these things and really feel passionate about it. Really want to put their money where their mouth is, because there's a lot of people that have passion, but they don't have their shit together.
Correct.
And you got to be able to have both.
Yep. And believe in the sport. Everybody thinks bodybuilding turns the fucking other way.
The passion is where
you know what I mean? Like, and honestly, guys.
I mean, I'm sorry, like Jake Wood.
Yeah.
Jake Wood is the person who's passionate about the bodybuilding.
Yes.
And that's why the bodybuilding happened during the pandemic. Yes. That's why him and Solomon were able to get that show to continue. Because anywhere else, I guarantee you, it would have never happened. If a big corporate conglomerate owned the Olympia, they would have canceled it.
Exactly.
There would have been an asterisk in 2020.
Yep. And big shout out to Mr. Wood and Dan. And Dan is hopefully showing up to the Texas Pro. So hopefully Dan comes out to my show for the very
Solomon's
first time.
coming.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm waiting on a call back from him. So hopefully Dan comes out here, and I know he's very busy and he's getting ready for another Monster Olympia. So if he comes out, but again, going back to this, bodybuilding needs to become mainstream. And I can only do so much. And as long as I keep pushing, I'm pushing forward, and I'm sure I'll get there. But at the end of the day, that's what we need. We need to have sold-out pay-per-views. We need to have sold-out stadiums. I'm selling out Texas Pro, Battle of Texas, both of my babies. The shows that I produce have had record numbers, and we fucking sell out. But I'm not at the Cowboy Stadium. I'm not at Taylor Swift concert at the Cowboy Stadium. I'm not at the American Airlines Center. That's where I see bodybuilding going. That's where I want bodybuilding to go. It needs to be another show outside of the Mission Olympia. Mission Olympia is the best of the best, and that's where everybody shows up, right?
Right.
But bodybuilding in general, across the rest of the year, needs to have that mainstream approach. We have 10 fights, 10 Golden Gloves fights, 10 boxing, 10 UFC fights. Jake Paul was right here. Yeah. Sold out.
I was at the fight.
Yeah, American Airlines Center. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, you were there.
I was at the
fight.
There. Yeah.
You were there. So stuff like that. That's where bodybuilding needs to live. Yeah. And
No, I love your passion, brother. I mean, you've definitely taken
I think
your
it's going
passion,
there. I think it's going
and
there.
it's continuing to help.
Yep.
You know, the Dallas market thrive. I think it's just as long as we bring in people who do it the right way.
Yep.
You know, there's a lot of people out there that have tried to do this. I've been around for a very long time, and
I know you have.
It's
That's why I call you for advice.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and I'll be honest. There's a lot of how many people have come and gone in the last 20, 25,
right.
30 years
You're right.
that were supposed to do this. They were supposed to do that. You know, you can ask Jim.
Yeah.
You know, Jim knows them all.
We talk all the time.
And they'll come in and they'll throw up a bunch of money really quick, and then they'll be in and out
Correct.
in a year or two, because they're not in it for the long haul and they're not in it for the right reasons.
Correct.
If you're in it for the right reasons and you are able to really fix a problem with a proper solution and say, hey, look, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do it in a way where I'm not going to expect overnight success, but I'm not going to keep throwing money in an empty pit. You know, if you throw money in an empty pit, it's just not going to come back, and there's no ROI. But if you turn around and be able to create a sustained model, it helps everybody.
Yeah.
It helps the industry.
Yeah.
And we would love for bodybuilding. There's not one person who's listening to this podcast right now who wouldn't love it to be anywhere close to the UFC.
Absolutely.
Right? And a lot of people do love bodybuilding because they follow bodybuilders. They respect the hard work they go into. I think if you make it more transparent and you're able to create that authenticity, that audience will be there, and they'll be there in droves, because I think CBUM has proven that model,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And there's a lot of others that, you know, I just, even, you know, when you look at Phil or Jay or, you know, some of these other guys that were like before the YouTube generation really hit and the Instagram generation, they weren't at their prime during that prime, but Chris is. And I feel that there is people that are huge on YouTube and they're huge on Instagram, and they're actually using bodybuilding to be able to get their audience to connect.
Yes.
And they're not bodybuilders.
Yes.
They're doing bodybuilding because they feel like, look what I've seen with Chris, and look what I've seen with some of these other people that are having their journey followed.
Yep.
And I feel that's what's making it special right now. But in the past, you couldn't put your finger on what made it so special.
Correct.
It's the journey.
Correct.
Okay. And with the byproduct of that journey is discipline, and the discipline helps you create success.
Absolutely.
Period.
Agreed.
And that's what it's about.
Bodybuilding has
I mean,
saved
look at
lives.
Arnold.
Yes.
Right? Arnold has been able to do it at the highest level.
Correct.
Okay. You have the greatest bodybuilder out there, considered the GOAT by many, not because of how many Mr. Olympias he's won, but because what he's been able to do with that platform after he won the 7 Olympias.
Yeah.
He said, I want to be an actor. He became an actor. He said, I might not be able to win an Academy Award, but I'm going to be the highest paid actor. He became the highest paid actor. You turned around and he praises bodybuilding as being that rock that has been created, that helped his discipline to be able to just be able to transcend everything else. And then he eventually became the governor of California, which was the 5th largest economy of the world. In the world, 5th largest economy. And so I think back then he probably could have won the presidency of the United States if he was born. If he ran, he was able to run because, you know, obviously he's not, because he was born in the U.S., especially back then. Now, obviously, a lot has changed, but it is special. And for those of you that are listening that understand how special it is, you know what I'm talking about. And for those that don't, everybody should do a show at least once in their life.
Yes.
It doesn't matter what level show.
Correct.
It doesn't matter what association. Obviously, I'm very partial to the NPC because I feel like it's the best association in the world.
It is.
But it's just get out there and do it. Yep. Stop making excuses. Go out there and be able to really put your best foot forward and focus on something that you get out of your comfort zone, that you're going to be able to live and be able to tell stories about, even if you do it once.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Saved my life. Saves a lot of others as well.
Yep. Oh, see, you're the one. Damn. There's always someone. We got a room full of people here in the podcast.
Sorry, guys.
And Freddie, you're the one.
Sorry. And guess who's calling me? Sheila Brown. Obviously.
Sheila, it's like, hey, how's the podcast going? But guys, again, Freddie, is there anything else that you want to add? Because
we got. Let's go over women's physique and wellness. 2 more divisions.
Oh, okay. I forgot about those 2.
Yeah.
Let's
Women's
get those
physique.
in.
Women's physique, $23,000 on the line. Custom trophy. You know, we got Ivy coming in.
Okay, so just remember, the reason for that big dollar amount is because of
Sarah Villegas,
two-time Olympia winner,
Yes.
has donated and basically is sponsoring this
The prize
division,
money.
the
Yep,
prize money
the
for this
prize
division.
money.
So shout out to Sarah.
Sarah, a custom trophy, and it was her vision. She said, Freddie, women's physique is not highlighted as much as I want it to be. So we sat down after our first Olympia title, and this is what we came up with. We're calling it the 3rd annual Sarah Villegas Distinction Award. Her and Ali are really passionate about the division, and you know, and she's gonna try to go back and win her title back again. But in this division, Ivy ran from Florida, right? Ivy just came off a top 3 placing in Tampa, I believe. But man, I mean, there are a couple of names. Oh, Elisa Kiesling.
Yeah, let's go through.
Oh
and
my
let's
God,
see.
Elisa Kiesling, Panama City, Florida.
Right in the middle there. So let's go to Elisa. Let's pull up her picture because I am not familiar with her.
And I have no shame in saying this, and I usually always shoot straight. Probably one of the best posers in the women's physique division. One of the best posers outside of Miss Ashley Jones. You know what I mean? There she is. She announced that she's coming.
Very nice physique.
Very nice physique. Again, she guest posted at Kukla's show. You know,
Crazy triceps.
Yeah, monster. I think that's her dad and mom, I believe. Yeah. So she's coming. She's coming to the Texas Pro.
Her dad's got my pose, man. The point over.
Nice.
Yes.
I don't think that's her. I think that's her clients. Keep going down. Keep going down. Keep going down. There's a picture of her there that she hit.
There you go. She's hitting most muscular. That's awesome. Hands clap. That's a very Phil Heath-esque most muscular. Hands clap, most
honestly,
muscular.
And honestly, keep going down. We shot her. We covered it when she... there's a reel somewhere there. There, her and Steve Kukla hitting the most muscular on stage.
Kook.
Yep, we had them both
nice.
Hit it at the
Kukla Classic.
Yeah, the Kukla Classic. Yeah, she guest posed at Kukla Classic.
That's
Big fan
awesome.
of her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she brings out the traditional bodybuilding poses. Yep.
Man, who doesn't love those?
I know.
I see bikini girls trying to be hitting most muscular.
It's bodybuilding.
I love it, man.
You know
it's
what I mean?
amazing.
It's bodybuilding.
That's it.
Yeah. Her and then Ivy Rin are kind of my top 2 that I'm looking at. But I mean,
again,
full
all
disclosure, I don't recognize everybody else.
Yeah, and then you got to, but again, once again, packed. I mean, how many do you have? Like 15, 20, like around
19.
20?
19 is what I counted.
Yeah. So and growing.
And growing.
Awesome.
And then wellness.
Wellness.
Wow.
Okay.
Returning
the newest
winner.
division.
Yes.
Okay, guys. So wellness. For those that do not know wellness and how it's judged, it's the only asymmetrical division in the entire NPC IFBB universe. So that when you look at a body on a physique or a wellness competitor, you will see that they're going to have a heavier or fuller lower body versus upper body. So it would be much more in the line of thicker legs, thicker glutes and hamstrings, and a thinner upper body that would not match up to the lower body. So it's the only asymmetrical division is how I like to put it.
Okay.
So
here we have Marissa Andrews coming off a top 5 or top 6 finish at the Miss Wellness Olympia. We have Devin Cambry, last year's winner, coming back for a title as well.
Okay. Can you go back to the list? Let me just take a quick look at the list again. Let's see. We have Tracy Williams, Angela White. We have
Tracy Williams is a good top 5. Mia Samuels is a Nationals wellness
we have
champ.
somebody from Fort Worth. Mia from Fort Worth.
Yeah, that's her. Yeah, she won Nationals.
Did she change her last name?
Mia Samuels. She got married and the Menivar came out. Yep. That's her husband's last name.
And Victoria, I know.
Yep, Victoria Puentes is coming in. She's
Victoria
a Nationals champ as well.
Yep. Victoria is one of our girls.
Yeah.
That's
wow.
awesome.
Okay. Yeah. Well, then Evogen represent.
Yep.
Yeah. You know, I mean, it's that class, and this is the division that I wish had more than.
Wait,
15.
is that Jessica Arvella?
No,
Alvarado. I'm like, she's going to wellness.
I know.
I was like,
from bikini.
Yeah, from bikini wellness.
I stopped the press right now and call the head office for a clerical error.
I was like, what?
No.
Alvarado. Got it.
I think she's coming out from Odessa, Texas. She did. I think this is the same young lady that did the Republic of Texas back in Austin. If it is, let's pull her up real quick. I have a cool story about her, and then we can close out the wellness division. that her? Maybe not. Scroll down. No, I don't think that's her. Their names are never their Instagram names.
There you go.
Yep, so that's her. So, this young lady almost died. It's taken on a stretcher in an ambulance.
When was
Tubes
this?
down her throat. COVID.
Oh, wow.
Yep, tubes down her throat. They said she's never going to come back. She was a figure pro. She turned pro in her figure class.
What time of the COVID?
COVID 2020,
pandemic?
2020, 2021. She started prepping. Anyways, great story on her. If this is the right one, I'm pretty sure it is.
Go back to the top of that.
I'm pretty sure it is her.
Yeah, I have people, mama. So, proud mom.
Yeah.
So, obviously, she got over it.
Yeah, she got over it, and her pro debut was the Republic of Texas in Austin. Yep, that's her.
Yeah, she looks great.
Yep, figure pro, turn wellness pro.
Yeah, what a story that is.
Right,
Go off on a stretcher, almost die of COVID, and
come back.
to come back.
Muscle.
And they threw on a ventilator.
I think so.
Wow, that's
Again, that's
very
what I
few
heard.
and
So
far in
yeah,
between.
that's what I heard.
Yeah, God had definitely had a different plan for her.
Yeah. That's her.
That's awesome.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, beautiful family.
Yep.
But yeah, so going into this now, you got a huge star-studded lineup.
Yeah, this is a pretty good lineup. Very good lineup.
It's a very good lineup.
I would like to see Victoria Puentes actually come in condition. She showed up at Republic. I liked her nationals look. She's very aesthetic. If she shows up, she's going to be very dangerous. Her, Marissa and Devin, and Tracy Williams, probably my top 4. Probably have Mia in there. Mia looks good too. You know, but hey, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, we're going to have to see. I mean,
Yeah.
Victoria, I definitely has to get tight, but I think that she's got a great overall look.
Yes.
It's just a matter of getting it all dialed in
Yeah.
and getting tight enough. And men and women, when you guys, this is for the ladies and the men athletes out there, don't get too heavy in the off season, okay? Just because you think that you're like doing yourself a favor, you're actually not. Because by the time you got to turn around and get lean enough, you're burning off all the new muscle. Don't do it. Stay leaner in the off season. You'll be thanking me.
Mm-hmm.
So
Tips from pro creator, Olympia creator as well.
yeah. Well,
And full disclosure, my phone did go off because I called Andrew Jack, then probably took it off. I did silence it. Sorry.
oh,
I feel really fucking bad.
it's fine.
I called
It's
Andrew
fine.
Jack.
Hey, man, you made a phone call and we got some clarity on this.
I
So
know.
you went from one thing. We got to figure out what the thumbnail is going to be. Andrew Jack is out. No, that he's back in.
Oh, wait, he's back in. He's back in. Well, this was good, man.
This was great, man. Thank you
This
for
was good.
stopping by.
Oh, for sure.
We definitely got to do it again, but we want to be able to make sure that the fans know exactly where it's at. This is going to be a great one, and this is a great way to start off the new season. And again, excuse the mess in here. It's not.
I love it. No, I love it.
It's not
I love it.
100% yet, but it's definitely getting there. And again, I can't wait till my gym's done.
I know.
I've just been waiting.
I know.
Been waiting. So another couple of weeks for that.
This is where you're going to train the champions.
This is where I'm going to be able to put them through their paces.
And it's not. And again, folks, this is not a commercial gym. There's no sign on. This is
No.
a very locked facility, invite only.
Yes.
And my man Hany is going to be training a few of the champions for the 2023 Mr. Olympia and more.
Yeah.
And more, right?
Knock on wood and
Love this
keep
facility.
everything going.
I'm glad you're here in Texas. I'm glad you're in my hometown,
appreciate it.
Irving. I've been here since 2000. Irving is a great city, and man, thank you for having me on the podcast and giving the show these athletes the exposure they need, because you have a humongous platform, and if it weren't for you, these athletes wouldn't get recognized. You know.
No, and I appreciate you going in through it and us being able to be so close in proximity together. Just instead of just touching on it like I would in the past, it would just be an afterthought. Being able to highlight some of the different divisions and what's new and what's going on.
Yeah.
And obviously, congratulations on all your success both this year
thank you.
and next year.
For you as well. Yep.
Yeah, and I'll definitely come out there and do the live broadcast.
Yes, that's
for
huge,
you.
huge.
So for those of you that are out there, come by, say hi. The Evogen team will be there.
Yes.
So you can come over, grab some samples, do the specials and whatnot. And for those that keep asking me about the FST7 app, it is been updated. I have a new program that's up on there, and you can go and check out the link below on the FST7 app, which is live on both Apple as well as through HanyRambod.com. So if you can download it on either portion of whatever site you'd like, it's on Google as well as Apple phones. So again, Freddie, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you, bro.
Hany Rambod, Freddie, and that's the truth.
That is the truth.